Hey there. Today I want to talk to you about laying a strong foundation. The things that are foundational to our well being, that lead us to feel joy and peace, that lead us to find success, whatever success looks like to us personally. Scripture tells us that the wise man built his house on a rock. The rain fell, the floods came, the winds blew and beat the house, but it did not fall because it had been founded on a rock. For those of you who don't know me, I am Lee Howell. I am a family physician. I'm a mom of three crazy teenage boys and your anti-do-it-all life coach. So there's a new house going up across the street. And as I walk Lucy and Lola every day, I typically stop by and check on the progress. Last week they were pouring the footings. This week they are laying the foundation. And this really made me think about creating a strong foundation for ourselves. What does that look like? So over the next couple of weeks, I want to explore key components of a strong foundation. So why is this even important? Why even bother talking about it? Think about a time recently where you have felt that your walls may just come crumbling down. When this happens, most of us are tempted to look externally to shore up our walls. We may think, okay, I'll be successful when I get this new promotion, or I'll be happier when I get this new job and I'm making more money. Oh, well, things will get better if my kids are better behaved and doing better in school, or I'll be happier when I lose these 20 pounds. But friends, looking outside of ourselves for happiness, validation, success is the absolute opposite of what we need to do. Looking deeply at our own foundation is the answer. Not focusing on the external vanity metrics. And I know that I just lost some of you because this is some tough love, but I want to break this down into manageable chunks so that working on your foundation seems doable. For the rest of our conversation today, let's look at core values as an essential part of building a strong foundation. I feel like core values kind of has turned into a buzzword, so let's try to make this a little easier because core values certainly can seem a little intangible and hard to define for ourselves. Take a few minutes and write down the 5 most important things in your life. Somewhere underneath these top priorities, I promise you, are your core values. So I'll use myself as an example. I would say that my top priorities are my relationship with Travis and the boys, my relationship with my extended family and close friends, my health, whether that's physical, mental, emotional. And in here, I certainly would put physical activity and cooking healthy meals for my family. My spiritual connection with God and laughter and having fun. So if I look underneath these priorities, I would say that my core values are love, connection, and faith. Quite often, when I feel like my walls may just come tumbling down, if I look inward at my foundation, I often can find that something is not in alignment with my core values. Maybe I'm working too much and not spending enough time with Travis and the boys. Or perhaps I'm focusing on doing all the things as a mom and wife, and I don't schedule time with my closest friends. Perhaps maybe I've convinced myself that checking off my to-do list is way more important than getting in a workout. Making choices that are in alignment with my core values can be really tricky. It requires me to be intentional. It requires me to recognize when I'm not making choices that shore up my foundation. Now, I will fully admit that being intentional with our choices is really hard to do by ourselves. Sometimes it's nice to have a friend or a mentor to hold us accountable or lovingly point out when we are making questionable choices that they know are not in alignment with who you say you are or what you are ultimately trying to accomplish. We're going to pause here for today. Next week, I want to continue this conversation and explore this idea of creating a board of directors for our lives and how this is a key component to our foundations. If you're still feeling stuck around identifying your top priorities, I invite you to look in my bio and download the Anti-Do It All worksheet. It's free, and this worksheet will help you identify your top priorities. It will help highlight things in your life that you may need to let go of, and highlight things that are asking to be nourished in your life. So that's your homework for today. Download that if you haven't done so already, and I will see you back here next week. Take care.